peanuts in my mouth. Production value. That's what I add to these streams. I'm adding some production value. Usually, other streamers wouldn't care to add production value like a backlight, and other streamers would also probably take their fucking key light and put it off camera. Not me. Not me. I do things a little bit differently. I also feel like I got mouthwash all over my fucking mouth here. Hey there, friends. Welcome. Welcome to a live stream. Welcome to a Sunday live stream. This is what we do here. Let me make sure that the live chat's on because Top Chat is honestly, I think, my 14th reason why, right? Top Chat. I don't understand why YouTube even has that as a feature. They think, oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make sure that we curate all the comments, that we are the ones that tell you what comments you should see. No, no, you should leave that up to me. Leave that up to the actual person if I want to do that. Just have all the comments. Doesn't matter, all the spam, and let me be the one that manages that, right? Not this garbage of me doing that first. Not sure if that's a good thing, right? That's definitely not a good thing. That means that you've probably hit the notification bell icon on this channel, which is definitely something that I would encourage you to do, right? It's something that I would encourage you to do. Look at the hairline, by the way. My goodness. Something that I would encourage you to do. But is this something you really should do? I mean, what are you in it? You're in it to watch a grown man rant and rave about stuff. But we have a, I don't want to say an action-packed episode because we're still doing this format. This is still the format that I've at least kept for the short term here. Let me make sure that this is actually plugged in. Wouldn't that be terrible if all this time I'm just talking to a microphone and literally the echo from the fucking reverb in this room is the audio quality that I present to you? I'm trying to raise the production value, even if it's done on a shitty phone, especially an older phone like this in the Pixel 4a. I haven't even updated it. So we have a couple updates, I guess, couple things that you should be on the lookout for if you're watching the stream, if you're watching the stream live, if you're watching the stream after the fact, which most people do, right? I made a little bit of a Blackpool video that I uploaded on the Illusionist channel, or they uploaded it. I made it for them. So if you haven't seen that, you should go and check that out. And tell them you want to see more of it. Tell them you want to see more of it. Why? Because I don't know. That's something encouraging. Maybe it's I'm cheating, trying to game the system, even though obviously on this channel I have as much pull as a magician does in a party trying to get laid. So not really much there, but might as well put it out there. That video is there for you guys to look at. It was a fun one to shoot. I like the there was a little box sequence I did with Peter Turner there. That was quite fun. And obviously to his, I wanted to do it with luggage, right? So if you look at the video, I sneak into the convention in a box. I wanted to do it with luggage, right? So instead, we did it with a small box, which was quite funny. Let me read these. I'm sorry. Watch Piggy or Hacksaw Ridge. I don't know what Hacksaw Ridge is, but it doesn't sound as interesting as me. You're probably the only illusionist I want to see more of. Thank you. Let them know that. Let them know that. Send them a nice email because it seems like all the emails I've gotten in regards to your boy Pigcake have been somewhat negative. Imagine it's like it's very difficult for somebody to leave a review that's positive. You really have to have a tremendous experience at the restaurant. Most people are going to leave negative reviews, and those are the ones that stand out because they had a bad experience. However, when it comes to that, they got quite a sizable amount of shitty magician hate mail because they decided to allow me to make videos for their platform. So send them a good email. Be like, hey, dude, what's up? Piggy's out here doing some good. You guys should keep him around. You guys should keep paying him. Not those words, but something to that effect. I want to see you on news for magic related reasons. Yeah, yeah, you know what? That's a better way, right? You don't want to see me on the news for Netflix documentary related reasons. I actually made that joke when I was coming back from Blackpool to Miami. I made that joke to a person standing next to me in regards to the situation that I was facing with the TSA. And I go, man, it almost makes me want to be a part of a Netflix documentary. That's how I said it to the guy. And he didn't understand what I meant. What I meant, obviously, was that this was going to be part of a crime documentary years from now, right? He didn't understand that. He just goes, okay. Like, no, he didn't get it, which is my worst thing. Like, if I tell a joke and you don't get it or you don't laugh, oh, God, just stab me. Stab me right there. I don't even want to deal with the repercussions of that. War movie dude refuses to use a weapon, but oh, that one. Okay, no, that's definitely more worthwhile than this live stream. That's for sure. I saw the preview for that. I actually saw Batman yesterday. I saw the Batman yesterday. It was a tremendous movie. I recommend to watch it. I hate comic book movies. I hate any idea of this adult. Mind you, this is coming from a magician, but any this weird, hey, let me buy comic book shit and live vicariously through these fake characters. I get the story sometimes could be interesting, as was Batman. But if you're going out of your way to buy the Funko Pops and the merch and the, oh God, you're a Disney dad or you're a Disney, girlfriend and boyfriend with they all look the same, by the way. There's a starter pack for the Disney couple, and the girl has too much gum. They always have a little bit too much gum. And then the dude always looks like, boy, I can't make any specific references of people that I know personally, but they're a very particular type of white dude. Look at that. I'm equal opportunity. People making claims that I'm only jumping on one side. No, I attack the whites. All right. I attack the whites as well, even though that's my favorite part of the egg. But I watched that movie yesterday. And as far as just because I did upload that video on the Illusionist website, the Blackpool magic vlog, if you want to call it that. I wanted to do more of a little documentary, right? That's what I wanted to have as my goal for that particular video. I wanted to do a documentary, a proper one, have it voiced over. But instead, I think that came out a little bit funnier as far as what I put out there. That box sequence was fun. And it wasn't a lie when I was hammered and demolished, and I didn't get more footage because I was just drinking constantly. And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was the I want to say the philanthropy, if you want to call it that, of people handing me beverages constantly and saying, "Hey, no, look, this is for you. This is for you." So it was their fault. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't constantly purchasing drinks. So had I not been as hammered as I was in Blackpool, I probably could have produced a way better documentary. But it came out fine. It came out fun. So if you haven't watched that, make sure to watch it after this particular stream. Most Wanted International Magician. I don't know if that's a good thing, right? I don't know if that would be a good thing. Most Wanted, technically, on a list, like highest up on an FBI watch list. That might be accurate, especially because of this face. I've been told I have a very camel-like face. I think it might be this. If I ever make some serious dough, I might just get this little beak taken care of, right? Makes me kind of. I'm not really self-conscious about a lot of things. I'm self-conscious maybe about my teeth because I never got these done, and I have little tiny baby teeth, so that's a little bit self-conscious. And the rest is maybe the nose a little bit, but I don't really care. I mean, look at the height. You think that I'm dealing with a lot, especially with this height? No. So, first, I guess, topic is that Blackpool video. It was fun to do, right? It was great. And there was a bit there that I didn't do that I wanted to do that maybe I'm going to say here. And you could steal if you want to do it. So, what I wanted to do was I wanted to have like something on my phone that you couldn't recognize. So I wanted to put maybe like I don't know, one of those AI draws something, right? So I wanted to have that on my phone and then go up to magicians and be like, "Hey, do you recognize?" I was going to put text on the screen that said, "Currently showing them a picture of a vagina." Or showing them a picture of a woman. And it would have been great because that would have been the text on the screen, and I would have gotten a bunch of no's from magician after asking them, "Hey, do you recognize what this is?" So that's what I was going to do. Or what I could have done is I could have done this little bad boy, right? Just gone, "Hey, here's what I'm going to show them," and then just switched it as I pretend to show them that thing. I think that that's the idea that I wanted to do, but I didn't do that because I was a little bit too demolished, unfortunately. Next time, for the next video, I might decide to do that. So that's just a bit that maybe you could steal, maybe you could take, maybe you could appropriate for yourself. I'm definitely going to do it, but I didn't do it because I was too busy drinking heavily. So that was my fault. But I thought that would have been an interesting bit. I want to get more interviews with girls. I think that would have been fun had I gotten more interviews actually with females, asking them like, "What are you doing here? Right? Why? Why are you here? What's your problem? Where did the problem start in your life?" Just because you're gonna get a hit on constantly by gross, disgusting magicians going, "Hey, let me show you something. You haven't seen this before? Whoa, let me show you this right here. You haven't seen this? It's a preview of tonight, right? It's a preview of tonight, baby. Done one of those, shown them that. So that's what I should have done. Instead, I got one little interview with Ryan Tricks, where I asked him why. or Where's My Father, and then one with RJ of illusionist.com fame and or Warrior Deck fame. So I got one little half-assed interview with that, but I wanted to spend a little bit more time actually manufacturing a good, decent documentary. Instead, what I got was, hey, here's some footage that I got while drunk. There's actually a little bit there where I actually mentioned to the camera, oh, hey, I was trying to get more footage and trying to do more things, but instead, I got. So that's actually true. That's actually real. That's not a farce. I kept trying to record stuff, but I kept getting distracted by things. So that was the vibe that I had over there at Blackpool. Did you make any purchases at Blackpool? I mentioned on the last live stream where I went over exactly what I bought, and I'll spoil it right here. That's it, is all I bought. I was tempted though. I was tempted. Saturn Magic was selling this app. Unfortunately, I have a Google Pixel. It's not for I was gonna say the Android, making me sound exactly like what my age is. But they have this fucking trick which is tremendous, and I would have bought it for the price that they had it at. I believe it was $80, 80 to $100, and it's an app. And somebody names any celebrity, right? They name any celebrity, and then you mention, it's crazy. That celebrity's been pestering me nonstop. So I go up to the booth, the same booth that's selling these little dick gums, and the guy goes, "Oh, it's crazy. I actually have a couple celebrity buddies." And I tried to throw him off. I tried to throw him off because he goes, "Name any celebrity that you want." And I go, "Jimmy Savile." Jimmy Savile, buddy, which I figured was a little bit, I thought it was obscure, but I realized not really because I'm literally where he's from in England. And I guess the app has enough celebrities where he was there. And then his phone starts ringing, and it's Jimmy Savile. And he never touched his phone. His hand wasn't in his pocket. It wasn't anything. The screen was off, and Jimmy Savile suddenly starts calling him, and I lost my shit. Unfortunately, it's only for iPhone. But I forgot who was selling that, and I think it might have been called, I even forgot the name. But that was a fucking tremendous app. And what's great is that it does it with a couple celebrities, like a FaceTime thing. So it calls you and then it shows like a video of them. So it looks like they're calling you and the call's dropping because there's no signal. So you could be like, oh, I'll call you back. Sorry, the signal shit. So it looks really good to that capacity. But I like that sort of magic. That's the phone app magic that I like, where it's on the peripheral, right? In that case, your phone's calling you, right? It's not like, oh, look at this app that I have on my phone. I have a random number generator on my phone. Why don't you look at the random number generator I have and press a number, press generate randomly. Oh, look, it generated the number 31. So we're going to use that to find a card that you picked. Go ahead and deal down to this deck the 31st position. And hopefully we're going to find your card that you freely named, sir, and that you generated randomly on this generator app that I have on my phone. So this is all going to be a crazy coincidence. Like, yeah, go fuck yourself. All right, that's too much. What I like is name a celebrity. Okay, Jimmy Savile, that's great. Oh shit, it's crazy. He's been calling me. Oh shit, look, here he is. He's literally been calling me nonstop. I love that shit. So the last thing you want is a call from Jimmy Savile. Yeah, I guess so. But in this case, because of the app and because of the free handling of it, I was definitely astonished. And I thought I was being a little bit of a heckler. He said, name any celebrity. And I'm like, all right, buddy. I wonder what would have happened had I said like Christopher Reeve or someone like that, somebody that's not really in the forefront of celebrities, but I'm sure the app takes that into account. Tremendous little thing. I forgot what it's called, but unfortunately it was iPhone only. So that's the only other thing that I was tempted to get. A lot of people were buying this coin through jar thing. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it because what are you going to do? You're going to have this little jar like, hey, here, can you examine this jar, please? Yep. Is it a jar that's free of guile? Perfect. All right. Could you examine this coin now? All right. Look. So here's the cork, right? I'm gonna put the cork on top, and here's the coin. Look, the coin's now inside this jar. Resets instantly. Just put it in your pocket, and you're ready to go for the next table. What the fuck? When are you gonna do that? When are you gonna? It looked cool. A lot of people were buying it. I saw people with the little jars and shit, but when are you going to do that? What are you going to carry a little jar around now, table to table, or at the restaurant? You go, oh, this is my lucky jar that I just carry. Would you like to examine my lucky jar? Yeah, go ahead. Is there anything there? Perfect. Actually, no, don't cork it yet because now you could cork it. So cork it and hold it in your hand. And here I have a coin. All right. Now the coin's in the jar. Thank you. Thank you very much. When are you going to do that? Unless you have it maybe on your mantle in your house and somebody goes, "Hey, what's that?" and you go, "I'm glad you asked," and then you get into it. But even then, it's very situational and not something that I would consider to be practical by any means. But they were flying off the shelves, literally flying off of the shelves in Blackpool. So that's the other one. Homeless people love coins in jars. Yeah, unless you're that guy that maybe David Blaine did that trick, right? Remember where in the first TV special he gets a cup with the guy's coffee and then he swirls it and it turns into like $1.50 and change. I don't know if you remember that bit from his original Street Magic special. I would have been a little bit peeved if you took my coffee and now it's pocket change. And now it turned into $4.87. Thank you, David Blaine. I can't wait to spend this $4.87 in something. In this case, it would be what, a gallon? A gallon of gas here in the States. Maybe back then it was a lot cheaper. But maybe that guy didn't like it as much as the others. But everybody was buying that bit. I'm trying to remember what other people were getting that I just can't believe they spend their money on, which is a little bit ridiculous. Then again, I bought a fucking gum dick, but this is only $10, right? Which, yes, I know I spent $10 on a gummy dick, but I did a nice video with it, and I think this is the sort of stuff that I would like, right? The tic tac trick, I think, is another example of that sort of stuff. Any updates on your deck? Yeah, roadblock. It's at a roadblock, right? I think we've come to a little bit of a impasse so far. Every time somebody asks me, I say I'm working on the box, but I think it's been long overdue, and it's also my fault. Not only part of the designer, but also my fault, just because I haven't been proactive. I've been busy doing other shit, unfortunately, so I haven't been as proactive as I wanted to on it. But I think maybe, hopefully, I'll be pushing for a summer, for a summer release. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm an idiot because I feel like my time to have come out with that deck was maybe a year and a half ago. I would have been very successful. But now it's the success possibility is diminishing every day. But I'm still going to put it out regardless. Unfortunately, it's just taking a little bit because my designer has a little bit of apprehension about his design, but I think it's immaculate. What are good magic tricks to do in a war zone? Maybe I'd hate to come up with like a dad joke, but like, when they always say, "Hey, could you make my wife disappear?" This would be a good time to make yourself disappear if you're in a war zone, because you don't want to be around that, especially anywhere near that Russian border, which I've seen a bunch of videos, and it's meme. We're living in meme time, right? That's the best part. Could you imagine if the memes of today were available during other major conflicts? Like Desert Storm, fucking World War II. Could you imagine had that like been a thing then? Because now all the only news you get about it is memes. Like it's just dudes like, "Hey, Putin, I got something for you. I got a sandwich for you," and it's a guy with bread on both sides of his hand. Like that's what we've come to in society. Our memes are essentially our news sources. Is the gum dick a tribute to David Blaine's frog production? Not really. I would say it's a very ghetto version of something coming out of my mouth, but definitely not to the level of that. And what I love is, could you imagine trying to maybe I want to say Theory 11 or like Illusionist, like one of the edgy ones, comes up with an instructional on that, like an instructional on how to actually swallow frogs and reproduce them, and they make it seem like, oh shit, you could do this anytime, anywhere. Just have frogs in your stomach, and you're going to be ready to astonish anyone at any party or restaurant. Any plans to review the new Mentalist booklet by Mark Lemon? Mark Lemon, I don't have it, nor would it be the type of thing that I would ever purchase. But let me tell you something about Mark Lemon, right? I met him in Blackpool, made fun of me constantly. Mark Lemon is probably the fastest riffer I've ever dealt with, right? And to the point where he was making fun of the fact that I couldn't come back. Like I was just taking hits from Mark Lemon, but he is, boy, one, if not the smartest mind that I've ever come across when it comes to just thinking magically and quickly too. Just this resource of stuff, and he kept showing me these things that he was working on or has in the back end. Blew my fucking mind. He has this thing with a card, lost my shit. He has another thing that he showed me that he's been working on. Just a bunch of stuff, right? This thing I can't even mention. I can't even mention the stuff, but just a app that works in sync with the thing that goes on you, and it doesn't. He just kept showing me these things, and I couldn't believe the level of thought that this man has, just in terms of just little things that he considers just, oh yeah, it's just a little dumb idea. No, it's not a dumb idea. Like, that's revolutionary. That's game changing, essentially, what you're coming up with. So Mark is ridiculous when it comes to that sort of stuff. And what's odd is, again, he's just a master riffer too. Master riffer. He's just quick at just cutting you. And I'm not used to that because we have good weather. Like right now, the weather over here is tremendous. So we go outside. We like to do things outdoors. Over there, they have nothing to do. So they just stay inside, drink, and riff all day. So they literally are experts at cutting you when it comes to either your stature, your looks, your height. Did Mark's dick taste like lemon? No, his dick did not taste like lemon. It tasted more like water. Mark looks like he has the sort of penis that tastes like water. If that's a good indicator as to the type of person he is. That or avocados. I've heard that clean dick tastes like avocados. So you could take that as you would. Abraxas, the man himself, says, I went on a date this weekend, showed her some magic. Safe to say, never got the poo-tang. Thank you for fighting the good fight. Thank you for fighting the good fight. That's exactly what we need more of, right? Too many times magicians are like, hey, what tricks can I show on dates, right? No, you want to show them tricks on dates to make sure that they repel you, right? Or they don't want to be anywhere near you, because we're trying to absorb as much of that virginity as possible. And the only thing they could do is remove that with their vaginas. So they're trying to eliminate our magic skills with their vaginas, and we're not going to stand for that because we're trying to make a living in the magic field, and they're trying to make us more to men. No, 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 no. Be strong. All right, be strong. Show them French Kiss by Wayne Houchin. Show them something. I'm trying to think of terrible tricks that people do to try to get laid, but end up just making them look like creepers, like creeper rapists. Just look at Mind Freak season 1. Do anything that Chris Angel does to chicks on Mind Freak season 1, and I'm sure you'll be guarding your virginity for years to come. So glad to see you. Sober after Friday in Blackpool. I had a 2-day hangover, and the strip club was shit. The strip club was, in fact, shit. Let me tell you, whenever I go to an individual place, my grandmother used to clean, right? She used to be a fucking, not a cleaning woman, but she used to be a cafeteria lady. And, because of that, I'm always cleaning after myself in restaurants. I stack the dishes, I clean a table, I push it in. I'm always trying to be conscientious of those people. In that strip club, I almost wanted to throw up. I legitimately gagged, looking at the stripper's ass. There was a stripper that looked like her ass, which caught cheese in a balloon. And I was going to just gag all over the floor, and I wouldn't have picked it up. I would have stepped over that and said, that's not my problem. Just because that's the sort of environment that strip club was. Usually I'd be very, oh, no, 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 I'll clean it. I'll clean it. Give me the mop. I don't give a shit. I'll clean it. And then like that. But no, not in this establishment. This establishment, I wouldn't have given a fraction of a fuck. Throwing up and just walking away. Double cross is a winner, not to get the pussy, right? That's the one that everyone thinks they're going to get some with, because it's like not intimate, but it's still close enough to them where you're going, oh, let me just get near them and stamp them secretly. Oh, this is going to be great. Whoa, can't wait. Can't wait for this one. Look, watch. Here's the X, and now it's on you. All right, you know what else is going to be on you later? My semen. No? That was worth a shot. Right, worth a shot, I guess. But yeah, that's the other one. I hate any sort of, God, these fucking magicians. If you ever watch them on YouTube, trying to pick up chicks, these pickup artist magicians, can we classify them as terrorists? Right? Can we classify them as terrorists? I think that I'd be behind that. Right? We've been throwing around the word terrorist quite frequently these past 2 years. I want to be able to push the fact that these magicians that are pickup artists, I want to label them as terrorists. I think that would make me feel happy. Theory 11, drop being edgy for making more money on decks based on famous movies. Yeah, I didn't realize the market for that was as big as it is, especially with the Star Wars shit. And they're all this, it's the same. It's the same shit. The same shit. Right? It's literally, they just get, oh, look, it's a Star Wars deck. Whoa, it's the same shit as a James Bond deck. Right? Suck my nuts. Suck my nuts. I don't know what, I think I have the same cards here that I had last time. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to apologize for that burp. I think I mentioned this before. Penguin Magic sent me some cards. They sent me some cards recently. It's all the same. All right. It's gonna be great if they see that. Virginie says corn pop. That's what we're trying to not have. We're not trying to have that because that prevents us from being better magicians. If Mark Lemon swallowed a mercury folded card, is it worth cutting out or waiting a few hours? It would probably come out with a better version that's ever been invented of that trick. It would probably shit out with a manuscript of different ways to do either the trick and mercury card for it or do something with it that nobody's ever thought of. That's what would probably come out of Mark Lemon's asshole if if he ever swallowed a mercury folded card. Let's see. Let me go through here. I'm sorry if there was something I skipped. What thus says that update on a deck. Already gave that. Call from Jimmy Savile saying you don't want that. Polish had big beaks too. I didn't know that. Virginius is always the same thing. Or first thing I say on Piggy streams. I usually like to go for some combination of nuts or peanuts or something vague about Kamala Harris sleeping her way to the top. Things like that. I think those are the like ways I like testing the audio. The best tricks is not doing one and talking like a human being in a charming way. There you go. That's exactly it, right? That's the best trick. Sometimes the best trick is not a trick at all. All right, it's not a trick at all. But then here's the thing: I like peripheral stuff. This is what I keep saying: peripheral tricks, right? So something that happens on the peripheral. That iPhone trick that I mentioned earlier, I think would be great because you have your phone on the table. You go, you know what's crazy, man? Yeah, name a celebrity. Name a celebrity. What? Huh? Gwyneth Paltrow? That's crazy. She's my ex-girlfriend, and she's been calling me nonstop. I need to tell her to stop. And your phone starts ringing, and it's Gwyneth Paltrow. I like that, right? That's tremendous. Or you have a conversation about her that somebody brings up, and you go, you know, it's crazy. She's been calling me nonstop, and then the phone starts ringing, and it's her. I love that sort of shit, right? That's the sort of magic that I like. Not this, hey, could you hold this for me? Could you hold this sponge ball for me, please? And I'm going to take a sponge ball and put it in my hand. So now, look, can you blow on it? Huh. You didn't blow hard enough. Huh, there you go. Now open your hand. You have my balls in your hand. Balls in your hand? Want to repeat that later? Huh? Baby? Can I call you baby? It's not going to happen. You're not going to get laid with sponge balls. Okay? Stop trying to do it. Illusionist, though, doing a great job making old school looking decks. Use code PigCake. Use code PigCake to get 10% off anything you get from illusionist.com. Why? Because I don't know. Let them know that it's worthwhile to keep paying me, maybe. So if you want to buy something from Illusionist, make sure to use code PigCake for that hot 10% off, just because it makes them think that I'm an influencer, influencing people to make purchases. Why are you gay? You know, maybe the vibe. I was gonna get a tattoo, by the way. Speaking of that, I was gonna get it here or here. I was gonna get one today. It's just meaningful tattoo. So it's gonna be the words meaningful tattoo. Just because a lot of people have said, "Hey, you're an idiot. You got a tattoo that says tattoo, right? You got a real tattoo. You're an idiot. You should have gotten a meaningful tattoo." So guess what? I'm getting a meaningful tattoo. I was gonna go do it, as a matter of fact, right now. But instead, I decided, you know what? Let me do some content. Let me have a little bit of a live stream here. Talk to the PigCake community, right? That's what we're here for. This is a community. Oh, PigCake, what if you ever find success in this chat? Notice, by the way, if I ever find success, it's not, right? It's not like, it's not, oh, you've already found a little bit of success. It's what if you find success in your channel and these live streams now become these pools of just comments after comments after. It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna, it's not like my visage. All right, I'm gonna care that my visage is more important. I'm gonna be on top of the comments. I'm gonna be reviewing and still being part of the community. All right, it's not gonna get to my head. All right, you say that, or I say that now until inevitably something happens and I sell out. I wish I knew about the code a few days ago. Well, now you know about the code. Now you know about the code, buddy. So if you want to get something, right, 10% off. I made a video. I made a couple videos that they haven't put out, which I'm kind of maybe I should hit them up because I have the Blackpool video. There's a tattoo video. There's a flash paper tutorial. There's I think a control tutorial, right? And there's a bunch of TikToks and Instagrams that I've made for them that they haven't put out yet. Spoilers, that's what you could look forward to on illusionist.com. However, the problem is that I feel like the ones that I've made for them, if the Instagram videos that I've made have gotten a bad reaction, right? Which I thought they were tame as fuck. I was going and dropping some, not it's I wouldn't say G rated content, but some PG related content, right? I was dropping some PG related content, and that got just emails and fucking messages saying, "Whoa, dude, what is this gross?" I didn't expect that, right? So I feel like the ones that are in the pipeline might get a little bit of a negative reaction. We'll see. I hope not. But they're PG. I'm like, let me just calm down. Let me not make any jokes that would offend anybody. And they still manage. They still manage to find something and pick and choose and go, all right. But yeah, that flash paper tutorial, Rob, is it's a cool one. It's 5 uses, and then I think I have like a cool little thing with some interesting ideas with flash paper on that particular tutorial, but they haven't put it out yet. Get a Brad Christian tattoo. I think I already know. See, here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna get any real tattoos. The tattoos that I'm getting are uh, essentially poking fun at tattoos, right? So a tattoo, a meaningful tattoo, maybe a leg tattoo. That says leg tattoo, right? That's the sort of aesthetic that I'm going for. So when I get other tattoos, they're gonna be of that sort of vibe. So um, maybe the yeah, but I wouldn't get another dude's name tattooed on my skin. That'd be weird. Because the closest thing that I would get is Brad Christian tattoo, like that word or those words. That would be maybe the closest thing that I would get. But even then, I'm not gonna get another dude's tattoo or another dude's name tattooed on my person forevermore, or at least I decided to get laser removal. So what is a sour minge? Well, here is I think I mentioned this before, right? But it was still a fun little story in that for the trick that Mark Lemon was putting out, I needed to go in a store and buy some Starburst, right? So both Peter and him tell me, hey, go into the store and buy some Starburst and Sour Minge. You need to get Sour Minge, see if it comes in a little brown bag. And Sour Minge means dirty, dirty vagina, right? I didn't know that. I'm an ignorant American. And unfortunately, I went up to several very nice ladies and asked them, hey, do you guys have Starburst, like in the little tube? And also, do you have a Sour Minge? Do you have a sour minge? Um, no, you guys don't have sour minge. Well, I guess I need to go elsewhere to find my sour minge. So that's what sour minge is. Didn't know that? I mean, minge is I'd say not even a fun way, a funny word, right? Like fanny, I would say is it's a more exciting word for vagina. Fanny is, I mean, we use it as a fanny pack, right? So we use it quite frequently. As a matter of fact, here's the fanny pack that I sometimes use, right? Makes me look like a tourist. It's a Mickey Mouse fanny pack. I wear this on occasion, right? I'm not opposed to the use of a fanny pack. I used to be worried, like, oh my God, this fanny pack, it fucking makes me look like I died. Not anymore. I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah, sour minge is dirty vagina. Bourbonic says, I'm out. Good to see you. Hey, buddy, good to see you too on the stream. Enjoyed your presence, even though it was on the peripheral. It was on the peripheral. So good to see you, man. I appreciate it. Magician's getting a tattoo for a card reveal. You know, I think honestly, and I say this without hyperbole, I rather make out with my dad. And I know I've said that a lot, right? Vanessa says we call fanny packs bum bags. But bum is like butt. Bum also means like butt in some places. Now, I've never used it as butt, but a fanny pack. So fanny, if I go into a store over there and I go, hi, let me get a fanny pack, it'll be the same thing as like sour minge, or would they understand, oh, fanny pack is just a thing around? But all the drug dealer kids now put it around their here because they don't want to put it around their waist. Why? It's more utilitarian there. Just put it around your waist. Look how easy you could grab things. Here, you got to do T-Rex arms to grab your fucking weed. But I don't understand. Okay. I thought it was candy. See, there you go. But let me get back to the point here. I rather honestly have maybe a 2-minute makeout sesh with my father, who looks like me, Right? That's how my father looks. Imagine a more pudgy, balder version of me. That's my father. And I'd rather make out with him for 2 minutes than get a card reveal tattoo anywhere on my person. I can't imagine. First of all, traveling to the tattoo store, tattoo parlor, if you want to call it that, sitting down, signing the paperwork, which I didn't sign any paperwork when I got my tattoos, by the way. I don't know if that's a thing. I know here when I got my piercings, she made me sign like my life away. But sit down, go, yeah, I want to get the six of hearts tattooed right here. Let me get the six of hearts, please. Or right here. Let me get the six of hearts, please. Right there, please. Can I get it so that I could go, oh, watch, you picked the six of hearts? Let me show you exactly how a magician would do it. This is exactly how a magician would do it. Six of hearts? Okay. Is that your card? Is that the six of hearts that you just picked randomly from the deck? That I made you riffle the corner and stop? I riffled the corner and said stop, and then now it's there? Is that it? That tastes like foreskin. I don't know why that vape tastes like fucking foreskin. God, what the fuck? Yeah, it's foreskin. That's fucking weird. Okay. Yeah, you know what foreskin tastes like? I got this because you could hide it in your hand, right? And you could sort of pretend to smoke your finger, right? That's kind of hot. But yeah, I would never get a fucking card reveal tattoo anywhere on my person. I rather honestly make out with my father. Oh God, that fucking taste. I think that's burnt. It might be burnt or old. It was not a pleasant smoking experience. I would watch this all day. By the way, the tutorial for the control has been posted on the Illusionist channel. Okay, there you go. They posted it. Maybe I should be a little bit more on top of that. Do you perform IRL with the same pattern you use in videos? I rarely perform. I do have one that it's going to come out in a bit. As a matter of fact, on the Illusionist channel, a little bit where I do a tattoo performance in a parlor and show them in any card at any number. The reaction was kind of weak, I'll be honest. However, I do think that the effect was still solid. You could see it, right? And that's the sort of pattern, right? Just kind of a free flowing. There's no set like my grandfather gave me this deck of playing cards. And right as he passed away, he held me in the hand, by the hand, and said, PigCake, use this deck and make a living. And now here's the deck that my grandfather gave me. Sir, would you please name a card? Sir, would you please name a number? Take the deck that my grandfather gave me and go ahead and try to deal down to that number. And then you deal down to the number, and there's a fucking message on the back of the card that says, this is my favorite card in the deck. Please cherish this card forevermore. And then you go, is that the card? Thank you, guys. And thank you. Thank you, Grandpa. No. I'm going to be very free-flowing when it comes to my patter, per se. So maybe similar to the way I talk. Is it because Shin Lim was successful with smoke? Yeah, no, but here's the thing, right? Unfortunately, Shin Lim, now, he came up with this whole everybody being obsessed with smoke stuff and getting the same tattoo. So he did it, and now he made a whole bunch of other magicians try to copy it unironically, right? So that's the problem. It's not with Shin Lim. It's like when people started copying David Blaine, it was the same vibe. Or people copying Darren Brown, and everybody even copied him, the little nod he did, right? Like when he would talk, he would do like a little nod to try to get you to nod, right? It's like a weird NLP thing. And people started copying that. So it's the copycats, the magicians that see that at work, and then they go, oh, I'm going to copy it. Let me get a fucking tattoo of the fucking eight of spades right above my chest because it worked for Shin Lim. Just because it worked for him doesn't mean it's going to work for you in the garage of a Denny's. Okay, buddy? Just letting you know. It's easier to steal it from your fanny if it's on your chest. You could defend it with a boxing stance. Also, it doesn't look as cringe. Yeah, but look, for example, if I put on this fanny pack, let me put the mic down for a sec. Look at this. All right? It goes here. This is where I put it. Right here. Right? And let me tell you something. You try to grab that shit. You try to grab that shit. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna pretend like I don't see you, right? And I'm gonna keep walking, and then you're just gonna fucking elbow, right to your stupid. In this case, where would it be? To your knee, right? I'd just elbow you directly in the knee as hard as I could. So you try to steal something from me with this fanny pack around my waist, especially here. Try to come at me, okay? It's gonna be the last thing you ever. It's gonna be the last time you ever stand up correctly, okay? Because I'm just gonna fucking do a martial arts aikido elbow to your fucking shin as hard as possible. You like that? I make fun of myself. Are you trying to be a gunslinger? No, I'm trying to have easy access to my shit. Right? Look at that. I put my wallet in there, put my little cologne spray. Right? Hey, what do you carry every day? What tricks do you carry every day, Pigcake? What's your EDC when it comes to tricks? What's your everyday carry? I think I've done this one before. It's not a bit. I'm referring to it as a bit in my head. This is what I carry, right? Cologne. I'm always spraying myself down just to make sure that I smell fresh as shit. Got keys. I got my wallet. Do you got any tricks in your wallet? No. Do you carry any tricks on your person? No. Why? Why am I going to do that? What am I going to do carrying fucking tricks around like it's normal? Oh, yeah, here, look, let me carry a fucking, let me carry a rose. Let me carry this magic fucking rose that I could turn a fireball into this rose. Let me carry that. Are you having a fucking laugh? No, thank you. Did you buy a firearm in the end? No, no, I haven't bought one yet. I should, just for shits and giggles. But again, it's like a toilet plunger, unfortunately. Right? It's like, I don't need one. I don't want to get one. And then, unfortunately, the time comes and you've clogged your toilet. And guess what? Now you have to go to the store and you have to buy it after the fact. Reactionary. Or, yeah, reactionary. So, unfortunately, I haven't bought one. I'm also very cheap. I'm also extraordinarily cheap. I think I get that from my father. It's copycats, people being lazy or lost to make their own stuff. True. Yeah, unfortunately. And copying what works, unfortunately. Right? So a lot of people copy because if they copy, it works. You see that on TikTok all the time. If I see one more, this might be the reason why I end up on a Netflix documentary. But one more of these videos, shh, shh, I'm giving her AIDS. She doesn't know it. Shh. You got pranked. Yeah. Yeah, HIV? Ever heard of it? Stop hitting me. Oh my god. If I see one more fucking terrible fake prank, the camera, what's is the cameraman invisible? Huh? Is that what's going on here? The camera person is invisible. That's what I'm supposed to believe as a dumb audience. But I've been told by very prominent influencers that that is not mindless content. It's not mindless content. It's um, content that people want to watch. Right? Some advice that I got uh, over there in Blackpool. No, you got to make videos for people. This is my favorite bit of advice, which I guess makes sense for people taking dumps, right? Or people on a train. But make videos that you could understand without the audio on. Doesn't that, I mean, okay, let's just think about that for a little bit. Make videos where people don't have to have the audio on. So I'm making videos for retards, essentially. That's the vibe that I get from that. Mindless content is what that sounds like. If there's no audio in the fucking video, then it's a video that's what? Oh, look, it's a dumb prank video. It's a stupid visual thing. It's colors. There's no substance, essentially. It's just mindless content. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I want to have a little bit of nuance in my humor. I don't want to just have this cookie cutter bullshit, right? But it's one of the bits that I was given from a very prominent influencer that I had a minor disagreement with. Let's see, you Americans and your guns. Yeah, right. I love the stereotype, by the way. The stereotype over there by Americans is that we're just, oh, look, I got to go to the store. Let me put on my bulletproof vest. Oh, shit. Oh, dodge the bullet there. Oh, shit, man. Almost got me. That one almost got me. Hi, can I make an order for two quadruple cheeseburgers? And yeah, let me just get the bypass already, please. Thank you. Yeah, whoa. Luckily, I was wearing my vest there. I almost got shot. That's not the case here. Okay, it's very safe in most parts. Okay, the places that have guns, for example, here in Miami, you could pretty much. It's not an open carry state or an open carry city per se, but the gun laws are very lax, right? So it's all right. It's if you treat it as it should be with a modicum of respect, then you could be a very safe gun owner. But it's not like everyone has one, right? I don't have one. I also don't have a boat, which is the other stereotype. Oh, every Cuban has a boat. I don't have a boat. Okay, as a matter of fact, I think most Cubans are traumatized by boats because our ancestors had to navigate on refrigerators and doors from Cuba to Key West and or the beaches in Miami back in the day. So I think we're pretty much traumatized by boats. Magic for beginners. What's up? What's up, dogs? Dogs? I want to say dogs, plural. But just like my penis, the cameraman is invisible. Yep, that's exactly it. And they're supposed to pretend there like it's normal or like it's good. An example of a good video was shown to me. Now that I guess I'm talking shit, an example of a good video was shown to me where a girl's just there texting, like some hot girl, and she's there texting, and she has a rip in her jeans here, right? So she has a little rip in her jeans, and a magician goes, and then goes up to her, and she goes, "Whoa!" like this, "Whoa!" and then he rubs her hole, the one on her jeans, not the massive one that I'm sure. Okay, never mind. But he rubs the hole in her jeans, and then the hole is sealed, and she goes, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" And the video ends, and then it repeats. Right? That's an example of amazing content. That's an example. That's what was told to me is amazing content over there. I get it, right? What is it? 27 views, 8.9 million views, 3 cents. I don't know, probably $80,000 in ad revenue on Facebook, right? You see the difference? I understand the differences. I'm not being ignorant to the fact that there's a difference here, right? One makes money, the other one makes no money. As a matter of fact, I probably owe money because of these somehow. If you really break it down, right, I probably end up owing more money making live streams and videos. If $80,000 for, oh my god, I get it, I understand that, but at the same time, this is, are you? Is this really anything? Is this really providing anything? Right? I think this provides a little bit more. We have banter, we have back and forth, we have, interesting dialogue that I guess could make you think about things if you want to be working on. Like this is, I think, productive. This is, oh, I'm sitting down taking a fucking a massive Taco Bell, right? And I'm just scrolling through TikTok or Facebook. That's what that is. So I don't know. I just had a little bit of a disagreement there. Don't want to say with who, but it's kind of a dickish looking dude, to be honest. Just like my penis, already read that one. Make entertainment stupid again, says Steve Brooksy. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Steve Brooks. Make entertainment stupid again. Mesa. Mesa. That's what that stands for, which means table in Spanish. Now that you know that, right? Mesa. Did you come over the UK? Shit, missed you, man. Yeah, I went to Blackpool, dog. Went to Blackpool. You could see my experience on illusionist.com on their video and let them know that I sent you. Say, hey, man, I love this video. Whoa, is this not the best video I've ever seen in my entire life? You guys should keep paying Pig to make videos for you because this is like the forthcoming of Jesus in this video or something to that effect. But that video's up on the Illusionist YouTube. Was Michael Vincent at Blackpool? I don't think so. Dexter used to reign supreme in Miami and then killed everyone off. I think they shot maybe one episode legitimately in Miami, and the rest were done in sound studios. Was it for JD? I don't want to say yes and I want to say no. Magic for beginners. All right, if that's your real name. Don't want to confirm nor deny that, but it was still a very smarky influencer. Steve Brooksy says Ron DeSantis virtue signaling that he hates virtue signaling. What do you think of the current weekend update? I think it's shit, right? I used to like back in the, even though I hate to admit that I liked anything that Jimmy Fallon's ever touched. He was great. Him and Tina Fey back in the day doing a weekend update. I think Amy Poehler was great. Anybody that's done like late night now, even Seth Meyers back in the day on SNL was a godsend. And now they're cookie cutters. They're all the same shit. You could literally just fabricate an individual, right? Have like an industry plant, and they could take up the space of the late night talk show host, and there's no difference. They're all literally one amorphous being, and there's no charm, originality. So I used to think that it was great. Now I've seen a couple things. I'm not a huge fan. I've seen a couple things that were funny, but the rest were iffy. How do you come up with great content for the Academy? First of all, thank you for that little subtle that little subtle, what I want to call it. I can't even think because I just came from a festival. It's called Calle Ocho, or a very prominent tourist street here in Miami, and they have a festival every year on Sunday. And they close down pretty much maybe 3 to 4 miles, and it's trash, it's garbage. But I just partook in that, and I've had a couple bubblies. But compliment, thank you for that compliment. And honestly, man, it's I have a list. I have a list of things, and there's a couple things that I haven't gone back on. Right. So, for example, I have a series that I started where I was going to go through expert card technique. Right. And I think I got to maybe chapter 7, chapter 6, 7. And then I haven't gone back to that, but it's still on my list of videos. So I just have a laundry list of content for the academy. And because my memory is also retarded, there's been a couple times that I've doubled up on things, to be frank, to be honest. So I'm trying to go back and actually do that. But another thing that I want to do, honestly, for the academy is I want to go back and redo the early videos. I want to go back and just redo them. But I don't want to make those into like, oh, hey guys, the video for this week is a remake of this video. I don't want to do that. So I have to, do that and manage that. But that's going to be something that I want to keep doing or do somewhat. But honestly, I just have a laundry list of stuff and I just do it. And I've been very blessed with a very virgin head. Let's see. You need some hot bitches in your videos. That's the next step, right? The next step is just to find some whores that I could show magic tricks to and then use them in the thumbnail and try to get notoriety with that. I think that would be fun, right? And then more people would click on my videos. It's like somebody showed me. Somebody showed me the what do you call this? Somebody showed me that video. I think I made a video on it not so long ago with the Asian individual. I don't know what gender the person is, but they have massive as Bob Saget used to say, massive stavenses, and they do tricks. And somebody keeps sending me those videos, and they have hundreds of thousands of views. So maybe that's what's missing from my channel. Some good old fashioned tatas. Magic for Beginners says, just finished watching the Illusionist video. Commented saying you need to come back next year so I could cup your balls. I hate that you guys you guys caught me in the worst time, and I apologize for that. I didn't mean to be rude. All right, I'm gonna call you Magic for Beginners as if that's your real name, because they caught me when I was literally trying to extend my flight and trying to get to anybody in British Airways and American Airlines is like trying to find a Hope Diamond. So you guys caught, and you guys were very patient, and I'm sorry that I had you guys waiting there for a while, but it was literally dick deep after being on hold for I think quite a bit of time and dealing with that retardation for extending my flight another week. So that was you guys caught me in the worst time. Fancy doing a podcast? Yeah, no, I'd be down to shit. I'd be down to shit. Let me know so then I know to check my Instagram, because I have the notifications like silent because of how many people asked me for dumb shit, to be frank. Um, let's see. I changed my profile picture as a boring whitey from Blighty. I can't see it, but it looks like, what does it look like? Draco Malfoy. Why does it look like Draco Malfoy there? That's kind of odd. A whitey from Blighty. Who is that? Big homie, come to Magic Alive. I mean, here's the thing, dog. I was expecting to see you for the Kanye thing, but then I extended my flight an extra week and a half, so I wasn't here for that day. So I apologize. I mean, you didn't hit me up either, so it's not like we didn't come to terms there. But I am going to be going to Magic Live. Am I going to be paying for a ticket for Magic Live? Probably not. Probably not. I know that that was a bit in the Blackpool video, right? If you look at the Illusionist Blackpool video, the bit was that I'm not going to buy a ticket. And obviously, I ended up getting a ticket. But Magic Live, the tickets are $455. What? Do you know what that is? That's an Xbox. That's a PS5. That's like 2 PS5s that are used. That's 455 McNuggets, McChickens. The fuck? And I didn't even go to any of the lectures in Blackpool. I didn't go to the lectures. I didn't go to I went to one show, right? And I guess it was reasonably priced for 3 days, but 455, suck my nuts. So we'll see. Maybe that one I might actually legitimately sneak in to that particular convention, because holy shit. Those PigCake adverts you do in some of those videos, what are you parodying? Well, here's the thing, right? If you were unemployed from the years, I want to say 2004 to maybe 2014, right? For that decade, if you were unemployed and you were watching daytime television, morning and daytime television in the United States, you came across a commercial with an individual that was trying to push for a college called Everest University, Everest College, whatever it was. And you can look up the videos on YouTube, and it's a dude, right, black guy, white shirt, sideways hat, and he was very aggressive, and he would tell you to go to fucking go to the university. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Huh? You're sitting there on the couch, always talking on the phone." Because remember, this was 2004. We're talking about a time when people actually talked on the phone, and that's what you did instead of mindlessly scrolling through videos of people doing shh. Shh, she doesn't know that I'm pranking her, but she's about a foot away from me, and I'm talking loudly because I'm trying to get your attention. But watch, look, she's pranked. She can't have she can't have a baby. I just pranked her for life. When that wasn't a thing, right? People would talk on the phone and just do that to pass the time. So the guy was really aggressive, and he would try to get you to go to Everest College, and it became a meme before memes were a thing, and that's what I'm making fun of. So I'm making fun of a video essentially from 2004 to 2014. So that's what I'm parodying. But you can look that up, Everest College. I realized too that making those little bits, a lot of people aren't going to understand them, and they're just going to think that I'm coming off as forceful to try to get people to sign up to the academy. So no, they're from that. He's now the father of a Blackpool performer. Says, I don't know if you're talking about you're talking about the profile picture. I saw that show with Craig Petty's son, Ryland, right? I went to the first gala show, and he talked about, I watched the video recently where he talked about the mishaps that happened in the show. But let me tell you, man, I was fucking pleasantly surprised to see how Ryland performs, right? Now, obviously, 9 years old, right? So he came up and he had a script, and he was, it's obvious that he rehearsed it and it was going through the script. But the way he presented himself on stage, the blocking, the way everything was, when the little bit fucked up, right, with the Rubik's Cube, fixed that. The lady didn't get the right thing. He still managed to find a way to fix that. So it was great to watch. It was great to watch that shit, to be honest. And seeing this 9-year-old do better than my first magic show that I ever went to. If you want to look that video up on the channel, my first magic show, that guy did better than these two middle-aged Cuban men that dyed their hair black. So major props to Ryland for that. And but what's your profile picture, though? I want to know who's that. No, I'm gonna keep calling you Magic for Beginners, Keith. I'm gonna keep calling you that. So no, I'm not gonna call you Keith. I'm not gonna call you by your Christian name. Uh, you should use the same models for how to do Street Magic and Ninja 2. Listen, I've been trying to get Ninja 3. I've been trying to get Ninja 3 happening forever. Okay. There's some rumblings, right? There's some push, but there's always a little bit of just pushback, right? There's like a little bit of, oh, right? I have a way. Now, I'm very selfish, right? So when it comes to this, because I have a way that I want to do it, right? And I'm thinking, oh, let me pay homage to the old one, right? Then that's what people want to see. They want to see that, but kind of new, right? And references, and they want to have something. There's a little bit of this, right? I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon, but that's my goal in life, is to be a part of Ninja 3. Whether that's doing it, recording it, editing it, I don't give a shit. But that's kind of what I want to get at. What's Miami like? Is it anything like the Scarface film? No, it's not. Miami is essentially a noisy, trashy city. Lots of my people, lots of Cubans, right, which contributes to the noise pollution. People don't know how to drive. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I was going to a friend's house, and some lady cut me off. By the way, cut me off to get to the same red light. And then I go, hey, look, watch. And I put the signal on my bike. And I go, do you see that? Do you see that? You need to do that. You needed to have done that, you dumb bitch. And then she ends up like mindlessly drifting into a lane and stopping. And then I see it's an old lady. And I'm like, why are you driving? Why are you driving? I know your dumb daughter is probably telling all her friends that, oh, can you believe my mom's 85 and she still drives? You should be considered a terrorist for letting your mother drive at that age, because she's out here with her wig merging onto my lane without even looking. And if she hits me, guess what? Oh, ay, Dios mío, ay, no sé, niño, yeah. Then she's going to blame me, bitch. And now I have to have a permanent GoPro on my fucking camera, sorry, on my bike, to see these dumb people merge on my shit. No, no, no. So I'm not a fan of that. That's Miami. So it's not really anything like the Scarface films. Okay, Keith, I already read that. Goddamn. Boring Whitey from Blighty says, I hate Brian Connor. I don't know if I hate, I don't hate anybody, but I certainly dislike certain actions taken by individuals that you may or may not have mentioned, right? I think that's the best way to address that. I'll drop a message now. It'll be dumb shit, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna keep referring to you as Magic for Beginners. And now that you mentioned that, I'll be looking for those. Ninja 4, that's funny. Yeah, well, could you imagine? No, we just skip Ninja 3 and just get right into Ninja 4, because pretend like Ninja 3 happened and people weren't involved with it. But I really want to do Ninja 3. That's kind of my goal. And I've conveyed that to the people in charge. And I don't know. I don't know. That's my best answer. But I really want it to happen. It would make me very happy. I would do it for almost no money, right? Just cover the basic shits that you would need to produce a video. I would do it for literally almost no money. Just I want to do it. Just I want to fucking do it. So that's kind of my goal. Maybe I need to convey that aspect to it, right? And be like, hey, listen, buddy, how about you fucking just pay me $100. I'll do it for $100, right? Let's see. 95% of your community was at school or not alive during that time. I realized that. Yeah, in my advanced age, I realized that I take my time on this earth for granted, and realize some people weren't around for that. What's in the jars on the shelves? Is this some sort of body parts and vinegar? These are cigars. So I have 4 cases of cigars here. This is a portable one. The red one is portable. And then these are infused flavored cigars, which I've been called many names for. And these are some nice cigars, right, that I have in this nice little Tupperware. So these are all cigars that I keep on the top shelf, because I'm a fan of cigars as a Cuban man. I mean, it's kind of part of the stereotype. Miami sounds like Blackpool. What bike are you riding? A V-Star 650. Which is not a tremendous bike. The bike that I got was, I wanted to get a bike that wasn't a project bike. I remember telling that to Daniel, my cohort in the ham radio podcast we did, and we went looking for bikes. And I'm like, I don't want a project. I just want a bike that I could ride and not have any issues with. And I bought this bike. And it's been nothing but issues since I bought it. I bought a bunch of I had a bunch of problems. Had to replace the entire motor. Had to wait for months for a little chip, a computer that apparently they no longer manufacture. And to get it, you need to find the Hope Diamond. And it ended up costing me double the bike. And I could have literally just financed a brand new bike for less than what I paid in repairs for this bike. So I'm not going to sell it out of principle. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to do anything other than ride it, change the oil, and maintain it, because I've literally spent too much effort on this stupid bike after saying, oh, I don't want a project bike. I don't want a project bike. That's funny. My name is B. Ryan. God damn it. Las Vegas and Miami are the freest places in America. I don't know if you mean freest. Definitely not in terms of money, right? To rent here is a dick and a half. But in terms of, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I think there are more rural areas in the States that you could literally go outside, shoot your gun in the air, come back, and then, have some fucking breakfast. You can't really do that here. Boring Whiting from Blighty says there's people in Greece who farm vegetables at age 115. But with America's shitty health, driving over 70 is risky. Not only that, but they brag about it. They're like, oh no, look, I'm still driving at 75, at 80. No, you shouldn't be on the street. And that little sign, that little blue handicap sign, it doesn't mean retarded. Right? That's the other part. Every time, I think 100% of the times that I've seen something happen stupid in terms of traffic, it's not, okay, let me see if I could phrase this correctly, but it's not every time that they have the little blue handicap sign that they do something retarded. Sometimes they don't have that and they do something retarded. But every time I've seen somebody have the little thing, they always do something dumb, right? They always do something. It's not like they ever not do something dumb. They always either merge or don't do signals or just park just like this. And that just means you could have a bunch of what disabilities impede this, right? It could be a walking disability shouldn't impede that, a hand disability, maybe another. It doesn't mean that you should drive like an idiot. If you're given that license and you have that little thing, it means that you are 100% capable of driving. However, maybe you might have some accommodations that might need to fit you, right? That's what that means. It doesn't mean that you're out here swerving on two lanes, driving sideways, and then you bitch at me when I go, hey, use your head. Use your eyeballs too, please. And you scream at me. Have you seen a new Batman movie? Yeah, I got the new Batman movie. It's 3 hours. It's tremendous. I think that you should definitely watch it. My review is probably 9.5. I think that Pattinson was tremendous as Batman. He comes off a little bit emo, but I'd hit it. If he put his hand on my thigh, I would hit it aggressively. Um, let's see. The handicap sticker is a license for selfishness. Yeah, it is. That's the part that it shouldn't be. It just means that you need extra accommodations. Maybe you need some space for a wheelchair, right? But what do you? You know what? I think that's honestly why I'm gonna end up in a Netflix documentary. Not for anything magic related, not for anything dumb, but specifically because of those handicap drivers, right? My mom's one of them. She has a little thing, and that just blows my mind. What other things do you have planned for Illusionist videos? Best thing that's been on their channel for a while. Thank you. Thank you, dog. I appreciate it. I've been working aggressively on those videos and working aggressively to make sure they keep me around. All right, that's the other little battle. But I have some other stuff. I think I mentioned it earlier. There's a flash paper video coming up. There's a tattoo vlog tutorial that's coming up. There is, I think they posted it one of my tutorials. I'm gonna make another video for them, I believe tomorrow. But we'll see if maybe I can finagle a Magic Live video. I'm going to Magic Live regardless of work status, right? Regardless of if I'm going there to do videos for them. But as far as that, those are the ones that are immediately in the pipeline. I think I have maybe one more tutorial that they have in the pipeline coming through for them. But it's fun, it's great, and they're very open when it comes to the stuff I can make for them. It's not like they're restricted. Right? They just, obviously they're a company, they need to have an image, but they're not like, hey, you can't do this or you can't do that. Just use your head. But unfortunately, I found that even me being discreet and me not trying to rile up some feathers has caused some feathers to be riled. Unfortunately, I misunderestimated the ability for magicians to become offended at otherwise trivial jokes, right? Show up on my dick tall. I think I mentioned this in the last live stream. I don't know if that's the case, but I got a lot of hates on one of my videos that I posted on Illusionist Instagram because my shirt said show up on my dick tall, right? As if I had an actual dick on my shirt. That's the reaction that I got. But this, right? This is a little example. I don't know if I might have mentioned this on the last video that I did, but here is a little thing that I got from my buddy, right? Phil Smith, that said right here. Look at that. Show up on my trick tall. Is this not the same thing? Would this not be the same thing as show up on my dick tall? Because it's putting the word dick in your head. It's putting the word dick in your head. So it's the same thing. So why not be offended at this? It's the same shit, technically. But you get offended at a shirt that says show up on my dick tall, which is a stupid, dumb thing, but it's not like it's crazy, right? It's not like it's not PG-13, I would say. Especially now that people are saying shit on TV more often and saying curse words on more kid-friendly advertisement. So come on, it's not anything that you haven't seen on TV. It's not anything it's not being exposed on YouTube every single fucking day. So for you to actually pretend like a shirt that says "show up my dick tall" is the equivalent of an actual phallic, fucking massive throbbing cock on my shirt. It's like, yeah, just find something else to bitch about. My Blackpool video seems to be the best ones I've posted in a while. I think people love those kind of shit for videos. Yeah, it seems to be the case because I feel like they want to see what that is. It's very hard to get there. You have to go on a fucking plane for at least the Americans, or you have to go on a fucking train and then deal with the whole BS for that. And then to kind of see that without going there, I think that's what people value. And the tricks, because people are putting out tricks there that are not going to be put out for months. So it's a little preview for that. So I think a video like that will do well. Did you make the short documentary with Peter that just dropped on the channel? Yes, I did. That was this guy. 2 thumbs and loves blowjobs. I did see some comments about some feather being riled up with you on the videos, right? Unfortunately, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, I think it has had a little bit of an effect on their taking and their use of me, right? But I guess that comes with the territory of taking up the pig on your platform. But it's annoying to say the least. Especially, I had a fucking argument with one of these cunts the other day. He goes, "You fucking racist." I shouldn't even mention this because now it's just gonna bring up attention to that. But I had an argument with one of these cunts calling me racist, and I go, "I'm not racist. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do a video call. Let's have a video call, you and you could ask me anything you want, and I'll answer it honestly about any joke I've ever made, about any commentary I've ever done. Let's do a video call." And he goes, "No, I'm not gonna do a video call. Let's do here." I'm like, no, let's do a face to face. Let's have a face to face video call. I think that's fair to want to ask for. Nothing. Then I go, okay, but he calls me a coward. Fuck. Just gets me riled up because it's like, dude, stop, relax. Magic for beginners. I'm checking out your video. How has magic improved in the past 10 years? Says a boring Whitey from Blighty. I think there's like a double-edged sword there, right? Because I think technology and the availability of information has helped magic out ridiculously, especially in the past 10 years. A lot of people might shit on Instagram and shit on the social media aspect of magic. But I think what it's done is that it's been able to connect people that never had that ability before. Right, so you have people that are being connected across the planet that would have never otherwise had that connection unless they actually met face to face, which I think is ridiculous because now you have people advancing far faster than anybody could imagine. You have essentially fucking 9-year-olds, right, that are going to be at a ridiculous level by the time they're 10. And that's because of so much information that's available, especially online. You have a bunch of magic stores, you have a bunch of free stuff. Essentially, you have free resources. I didn't have that growing up. YouTube didn't have anything, essentially, for magic growing up. So everything was fantasy. Everything was looking at magic tutorials, not tutorials, looking at magic demos and trying to come up with methods and looking at, descriptions of tricks and being like, okay, this is how I would do that. Or let me try to take that effect and maybe I would do this way, right? So it's that's how I grew up. Now you just have a ridiculous amount of free information, and I think it's more accessible than ever. However, that's the problem because it's more accessible than ever. So now any information that you come across is a little bit more, it's not taken with the importance as, and I hate to say it, when I was growing up, right? Because any little ounce that I would find online, any fucking PDF that I could find online on a fucking like DSL connection that we had back then, which was what, 56 kilobytes up? Any PDF that I would find, I'd just be like, oh, fuck yeah, let me take this. And I would devour it over and over again. And anything that I bought, I would really try to read over and over. My Art of Astonishment books, right, are just nasty because of how many times I've read them. I have little notes, doggy ears. I didn't give a shit because I'm reading through the book constantly. And now everything's available. Anything that you could want is available. So the information is not as valuable anymore. It's the same information, right? It could be considered just as valuable as before because the words technically haven't changed. But now because it's so easily accessible, as is so much else, you're kind of fucked. So it's bad for those two ways, right? So you have a lot of information that you could access, and people are really growing faster than ever when it comes to learning magic and wanting to get as much information as possible. But because of that information, you're kind of fucked because now you're going to skip little bits. You're going to jump onto another thing. Look at our attention span. Our attention span is nothing, right? TikTok is a perfect example of this. Our attention span is from the time it takes your thumb to hit the screen and move up. That's it. Before, you need to engage someone in 10 seconds. You need to engage, or actually before that, you need to engage someone in the first minute. You need to engage somebody within the first 30 seconds of a video. Oh, now 10 seconds. And then now it's a fraction of a fucking, from the time it takes your thumb to reach the screen, that's as much time as you have to engage somebody on social media when it comes to that sort of magic. That's reflective of our attention span. We're watching TV at the same time that we're scrolling through Instagram and then listening to a fucking podcast on a speaker. Do you think we're really fucking consuming any of that information? No. No, we're not. We're half-ass consuming everything. So it's the same application to getting knowledge, especially when it comes to magic. It's the same thing. So we're at a not an impasse, but we're in a place where information is so readily available that people don't appreciate it. And I think you need to slow down. You need to appreciate it. You need to understand that, and you need to try your best to master it if you want to actually have it be valuable for you. And people are just jumping along. They're going from thing to thing, and I think that that's going to be something that's not good because then it leads to mediocre magic. But here's the thing, too, especially from what you're seeing on social media, there's a lot of mediocre magic, right? I could say I'm Mr. fucking Dick. So really, it's up to you if you want to take this advice or take this bit of whatever the fuck I'm saying. But mediocre magic is now pushed up. So you have a lot of people that aren't necessarily great magicians, but they're just buying props and doing it in a way that's novel, right? Oh, look, I'm doing a trick for my mom, or I'm doing a trick for this hot bitch, or I'm doing a trick for hot woman. Sorry, let me not be a misogynist there. But doing a trick for this, and it's really reinforcing that mediocre magic because it's not. They're getting positive reinforcement for that, so they keep doing that, and they don't really put anything into the art. They just buy stuff to make content, and I think that's a little blip in the history of magic, but otherwise, I think that's a small blip in what is a massive fucking uprise in popularity in magic and what it is we're doing. And now more people are magicians. I think more people are getting into the art than ever, which is a great thing. So let me skip through here. Sorry. Piggy racist. I'm black, and I think you hit across everyone equally, right? Yeah, no, but some people don't think so. Some people think that I'm aggressively racist because they're projecting on themselves. It's just a bunch of projection. But unfortunately, the minority tends to sound the loudest, right? So the small minority tends to sound the loudest. So that's the shitty part. I honestly appreciate PigCake. The Magic Academy is worth every cent. YouTube is junk. I disagree. I think that there's a lot of good in YouTube. I think that there's a lot of people that are doing very, very good stuff on YouTube. But unfortunately, it's in a sea, right? In a massive sea of just other content that might not necessarily be great, right? And I'm not saying I do great content, but I tried to stand out, be a little bit different, make it something that's not what you usually see. And I think some people have gravitated towards that. But when it comes to YouTube, imagine you're just a little drop in the vast ocean of what could be other content, mediocrity, and shit like that. So, but I think that there's a lot of good in YouTube. You just got to find it. I just watched you get into. I just watched you get smuggled into Blackpool, and my pants are now yellow and smelly from laughing. How great was that little sequence, though? That little sequence was great. And as I mentioned before, right, I wanted to do it in luggage, but Peter goes, "Oh, it'd be funny if we do it in a box that's like this big. If we do it in a small box." And I had an idea for that, and he interjected a lot of different shots for that, and I think it came out wonderful. Um, what is a good trick that has been forgotten that you would like to see come back? Huh. I don't know. I don't know, man. As I was, I think I did a little tutorial for like a cardistry bit today, and I realized, man, we've come so far when it comes to even cutting cards that it's ridiculous. But stuff, I really can't see anything that hasn't that's been completely washed away because magic is a circle. So every once in a while, what happens is that the old is new again, and this happens constantly, right? So you see people come up, oh, this is crazy, this is new. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's been around literally for centuries, but you just found a way to make it better with marketing. So it's always going to be a circle. So there's never going to be any classics or any great trick that's going to get washed away because somebody's just going to find a new way of looking at it. Maybe a different approach that is a little bit different or different enough that you can market it and appeal to the masses. But it's never going to be in a situation where you're going to lose something entirely. But I do want to see at least a little bit more of an effort to understand, just kind of go to that old school, right? Like I love seeing Rene Lavand videos from back in the day. Rene Lavand out of Argentina, I think, is a wonderful guy. He's the guy that had one arm, so he would perform with one arm because he, I believe, got into an accident when he was a youth. But that style, I think it's great to watch. Unfortunately, what happens now is people copy what works. So you have a lot of people doing mediocre copies of famous magicians. I think the most notable example of that is Danny D'Artis. If I see one fucking more video of a person that speaks English like I do say, listen me, I think I might actually commit a crime. I might actually legitimately commit a crime. You're trying to copy a guy whose English is not his first language, right? English is not his first language. And you're trying to copy that because the misdirection works for him. That's not going to work for you because you're from fucking Davenport, Iowa. Okay, so what? You're saying, listen me? I want to see less of that, right? Maybe grab what you like from him and incorporate it in your own way, right? And I used to be a fault at this because I used to watch Greg Wilson videos when I was younger and copy his pattern exactly. Could you imagine a middle schooler? I remember in one of his videos, and I think I mentioned this way, way before, but one of his videos, he had this amazing project called pyrotechnic pasteboards, right? And he was doing a set in the Magic Castle, and he tells a participant, keep the wine in, right? And that got a laugh. So then I went, huh, whoa, that's a funny line. I'm going to use that. And I use that line in the context of a middle schooler, as I was then, doing tricks for other middle schoolers, right? So I got a little reaction. I go, no, you got to keep drinking the wine. Keep the wine in. Oh, you don't get it? Neither do I. I don't know why I said that, right? So context, my friends, is key. Context is key, as I like to say, for everything, right? But especially when it comes to magic. You can't just copy something that works for somebody else and expect it to work for you because you're not them, right? So if I see another fucking person copy Danny D'Artiz's vernacular and his way of speaking because you're trying to misdirect, I might just actually do a fucking Goldberg spear enough to get me in a Netflix documentary. Did Vladimir Jenko get arrested? I don't know. I haven't heard from him forever. He wasn't living in Russia. He wasn't even living. I forgot where he was living, but it might have been a little bit more Western Europe from what I remember. I'm wondering where Jenko went off. He dropped a post saying he was going to be uploading again a while ago, and he's been a ghost since. I hope he's fine. I keep saying I'm gonna hit him up, but then I forget because I'm terrible when it comes to responding to people. Serious question. How much more attractive, entertaining, and intelligent do you consider mentalists to be over magicians? I think it's the opposite, as a matter of fact, because mentalists, for the most part, right, there are some great, brilliant, intelligent, and all those things that you described. But I think there's also a sea of these guys that think, oh, I'm fucking Sherlock Holmes. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm as charming as Sherlock Holmes. No, you're not. All right. You have a shirt with the ace of spades on it that says, is this your card? I mean, come on. But I do like mentalism more than magic. I do like it just because there's more of a, it's more real. It's more real. That was a pisser at Blackpool. You had me dying. Hey, there you go. I don't know if you just changed your Instagram, or sorry, your profile picture there, but I thought you posted earlier. A deadly sin. Very edgy name there. I reckon you could actually fit in the box, right? Well, you see, I didn't because I had to do some clever editing there to fit in the box. And I tried to, believe me. So I actually couldn't fit in the box, believe it or not. Shuffle. Listen me. Yeah, oh man, you just fucking reminded me. The other ones are fucking terrible. I didn't even think of the da 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 da. You good? Shuffle the card. Shuffle. Dude, you're from New York. What do you mean shuffle? What are you doing? You're making like music. You're doing music right now. Like you speak English well. I'm convinced, by the way, Danny D'Artiz speaks perfect English, and I feel like he's just doing that for misdirection. But, oh God, that one, you just got me so fucking heated with that. Listen me. Love the Eversons. I saw they were on Xavier's channel, but I didn't watch that one yet. I haven't watched that one. Usually I like to watch the little vids later. They're I forgot what they changed it to. That beautiful man Blaze. Fuck. He's one that I saw in Blackpool, and I got lost in his eyes. I'm like, God damn, how are you so chiseled? How are you so handsome? Right? You are just so stupidly handsome. I can't deal with this. I'm there blushing. Right? He's there speaking, and I mean, I don't know if he's okay with me saying this, but his fucking Tinder matches were out of line. Like hundreds and hundreds of Tinder matches on this guy. I'm like, God damn, man. Jesus, I have to struggle. Deleted my Tinder forever ago. but I had to struggle to get a like. 90% of my magic knowledge has been YouTube. 5 years now. I started with PigCake, Russian Genius, Chris, and Xavier. Ooh, look at that. Look at that who's who of magic YouTube virginity, right? I'm glad. I'm glad that you got some, but also maybe try not to, because maybe you want to expand your knowledge. Watch some self-help videos. That might also help, because if you're just watching magic videos, that's going to lead you to be more like this guy. And who wants to be this guy? Who wants to be this guy? I remember in that Penguin Magic podcast with I forgot what the fuck the context was, but the context was like how you say some kind of like bad jokes. How do you feel about that? I'm like, nobody wants to be me. Why would anyone want to strive to be me? So I'm not really giving a good example of what you should be, because nobody wants to be me, and I think I make that apparent in the video. So I remember saying that and finding that funny. I'm like, wow, yeah, you're right. Nobody wants to be me, and you shouldn't want to. Um, so okay, so 125. We'll probably do 5 more minutes and then end this lovely live stream. Which I've realized now, by the way, before I set up the little table, I used to have the actual camera, right? Have a little bit more production value. Now I'm just answering questions on a fucking live chat, which I don't like doing. I don't like doing that. I want to give some semblance of a show. Like this, I could have done this without the video. Like, what are you getting from this side? You're not getting anything. So I think I might want to push back, but it's also annoying because I have to set the laptop up. I have to bring the table. The laptop is fucking delicate as shit because I've spilled water on it and I broke my hard drive on it. So I have to bring it here. I have to set up all the cables. And this is just 2 cables. And I just have to set up and it's good to go. So I don't know. I have to find a good midpoint. So has everything in Florida changed? Hold up. Has everything in Florida also gone to shit? I had to chase off a guy wanking to a woman in front of a CVS at 2 in the afternoon. It wasn't PigCake, for the record. Nah, I mean, it's been decent here. It's the same trash, right, that you're always going to get. I'm trying to think of... I did have a weird thing yesterday, right? I was coming back from a mall. I was walking back, and this mall was actually quite a bit of a distance away, maybe 8 miles away from me. And I said, let me walk the beer that I've had off. So as I was coming back, this guy comes up to me and goes, hey, man, hey, like that. Hey, I feel like I had to tell you something, man. Do you have the power of God? Like, are you a man that follows Jesus? And I go, yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. I mean, I'm a little bit religious, but I'm not to the point that I convey to this individual. And he goes, oh, all right, brother, yeah. And then in my head, I'm thinking, what does this guy want from me? Is he going to ask me for an email? Is he going to ask me for a donation? What does he want from me? And he goes, I just got the impression. And he started doing some cold reading. He started doing some cold reading bits where he goes, I feel like you've been doing something lately, like you've been looking at travel stuff as of late. You've been looking at travel stuff. And I go, yeah, I mean, I guess, but I think, don't we all? And he goes, yeah, but you specifically been looking at stuff like that. He kept doing that, like weird cold reading bits. And then he said a little prayer, right? He goes, oh, let's just say a little prayer here. And at the end, he didn't want anything. It's fucking weird. Because in Miami, here, everyone wants something. Everybody's always constantly looking for something. They're looking for, and when it comes to like, you went on a trip, they're asking you about the trip. They're asking you about the airline and this and that. And then now you have to, because they want something from you. They want that information so they don't make mistakes, right? So it's never anything for free. It's never anything out of the kindness of their heart. But then this individual just said a little prayer. He goes, hey, you have a great day. And I go, okay. And now I'm walking back and I'm wondering, was he trying to steal my information? Like maybe he was doing some weird thing to be near me so then he gets my credit card information. No. But I found it to be weird, a weird interaction. I guess you reminded me of that with your little message there because it just was an odd thing just to get, I got a video call from Luke Lenahan, who I met over there in Blackpool. Maybe I should call him back, see what's up. I don't know what that was about. Let's see. I'm getting a wreck from this side. That's tremendous. This is how Pig met Turner. Yeah, that's weird, right? He took your info. Got it. That's the other one. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was because I've seen that as a matter of fact, when I went to Vegas, I remember this dude walking around like this. He had his book bag. He had like one of these messenger bags, and he was walking around like this to people, like that. Just walking around like in circles, just doing this shit to people. And I'm like, that motherfucker's skimming information. That guy's skimming information right there. You see him? That guy's stealing shit. That would have been a little bit obvious, but that was maybe 7 years ago. I feel like now you just have to have something that's this size in your pocket, and be near me, and you have my shit. So that could have been it. I read books coupled with Peter McKinnon for other things outside of magic. There you go. Look at that. I took my info. Does code reading violate GDPR date protection laws these days? Nice. Secretly filming. That could have been it, right? But he was just there. He had glasses, like he didn't have anything on him, and he just said a prayer. And I'm like, this is weird because at the end he just goes, "All right," and that's thank you, man. Good to meet you. I'm like, all right, thank you. That was interesting. And then I just walk away, and then that's it. There wasn't any asking me for money, saying, "Hey, man, donations" or anything like that, which is usually what they do, which is kind of odd. But I feel like maybe there was something nefarious at play. But that's just me being an asshole. I've had it happen, says Nathan. In that context, in that same way, don't tell me that because now I'm gonna be worried looking through all my banking info to see if this guy didn't take my shit. But he wanted, I think he wanted to hold hands when we, because he said a little prayer and he goes, "Let's just say a little prayer quickly," right? But it was just odd because that's not the usual vibe we get here in Miami. Again, everything's fake it till you make it. I remember I was walking in a very touristy spot, and I looked like a tourist. I had pineapple shorts on. I had this on. I had that book bag, and I looked like a tourist. And some guy comes up to me and gives me one of those 10% off. He goes, "Hey man, look, you could get 10% off here at this little store next time you come by. Where are you from?" And I go, "I'm from here. I'm from Miami." And takes the card back and goes, "Oh, sorry, my bad, bro." Because that's the vibe, right? You do that to the tourists, they think they're getting a little deal, and then now it becomes oh, you hooked them up. But there's always trying to get something here. They're always trying to get something from you. Is there someone in the room that has one pass whose name begins with A? I'm getting an A. I'm feeling something in the chest. Does that make sense? Anyone? Like they stopped breathing. They had a heart attack. Maybe they had a tumor, something like that. No, nothing. AIDS, maybe. Gunshot wound. Lung collapse. Lung collapse. Okay, perfect. Thank you. What's her name? Sarah. You see, there's an A in Sarah, right? That's where I was getting it from. That's where I was getting it from. These guys are fucking crooks. He's the one decent guy pushing religion, and we're all suspicious. But that makes you be an asshole, right? That makes me be an asshole now because now I'm wondering, like, what did this guy want from me? What is it that he was trying to take from me? Genuinely, it could have been a nice interaction. It could have been a nice, decent interaction where this individual said, "Hey, let's say a little prayer. I feel like I'm very proud of my religion," and I guess he wanted to spread that. That could have been it. That could have been it. But instead, I'm thinking like an ignorant asshole and being like, "No, no, no, no. ¿Qué tú quieres?" What do you mean in Cuban Spanish? ¿Qué tú quieres? No, 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 no. Nada gratis. Okay, ¿qué tú quieres come mierda? That's the vibe you get. Just teaching you guys some hot Spanish. Or some hot Cuban Spanish, not even, because you can't even say that in any Spanish-speaking country without them going, ¿qué? No, no, no te entiendo. I've read that. Okay, I read of that one. He took your info. That's great. He stole your soul. Maybe that could have been it. Me llamo Keith. No, tú te llamas Magic for Beginners. And that giant watch, yeah, that's the God. He wrecked me with that. But the timing, I fucking wish that I had maybe this little camera on me, right? When he did that, because when he did that to me for the first time, the timing was so fucking perfect. The timing was immaculate because he goes, "Look, here's an ungimmick coin," and then look, just hold your hand out, the coin's gone, and then he goes, "I don't know where the coin went." And as he did that, his sleeves rolled up and I saw the giant watch and I lost my fucking mind. I lost my shit. So the timing was immaculate that first time he performed it for me. And every other time that I saw him do it, his timing wasn't as good, at least as it was that first time he performed it. But I did get him recorded and I told him, "Take off the watch. Take off the watch." Did that little bit where he goes, "No, no, you can look under my watch. You can look under my watch." Another person that I met over there, who I had a great time with, is Ryan Tricks. Right, Ryan Tricks. I've seen his videos for quite a bit. I was first introduced to his content by Mr. Turner, and I never thought I would meet him, and I met him, and that is a fucking character, my friend. Let me tell you, that man is a character. He's definitely an interesting guy. Great dude, great dude. Very well, I mean, not to the help. Right, I guess to waiters he was kind of a dick, to be honest. But as far as just a character, I feel like that guy is just fucking hysterical. But he reminds me of somebody that I know, which could be I'd say you could get away from it. So you could get too much of that individual. So I think I got just enough. PigCake wants to get fired from E. I'm trying not to get fired. That's the key here. I'm trying not to get fired. So believe it or not, just trying to through the videos I made, I'm like, let me be very calm. Let me not make any controversial statements. And still people go, ha, what's this? What's this, huh? What does this mean? What the fuck does this? Tell me what this means. Right? So that's what I've gotten. Even though I'm like, it's nothing. It's a dumb joke. Come on. Come on. So I'm trying my best not to get fired from Illusionist. Joking about the watch. I told them, listen, dude, you could make, if you make like 10 of those watches and sell them for like $100, people will buy it. I'm sure somebody out there is going to buy the fucking Black Ops Mega Edition. So try that. I'm sure you'll make at least a little bit of a profit, and at least consider it part of the profit that I've made for you guys. I don't remember much Spanish from school apart from swear words and how to say mi nombre es, and also jamón bocadillo. Those are not as good. Jamón bocadillos are not as good as, what do you want to say, empanadas de pollo, which is a chicken empanada, if you want to call it that. Those are the best ones. But I could teach you some good Cuban Spanish, right, that you could drop here. You could just drop here and have the ladies be like, oye, me encanta tu culo. You could tell that to some lady, and she'll probably jump on you, especially if you say to the ones that I saw at the Calle Ocho Festival maybe 2 hours ago with no teeth. There's a woman there walking around with a vape hanging up from her waist, and she was going around essentially grinding on people with no teeth. So if you say, me gusta tu culo, she'd probably give you some. Do you know why How to Control Minds isn't just a digital download? I think they wanted to go for the kit, and I think there was a little bit of iffiness that people had with the contents of the kit because it is mostly a verbal, right? It was mostly verbal stuff, but I think they wanted to keep to that kit motif, and I can't blame them because it worked out well for them on Kickstarter. It worked out well, at least financially. But also, I think that it was nice. I mean, they had the key, which was great. You had the dice, you had the pen, and I think everything was it was very well presented. You had the little booklet that was extra. Now, I don't know if they had it as an extra that you could just do the digital download. I think that would have been a nice thing to do. If you didn't want the stuff that was in the kit, I think they should have provided maybe a slightly cheaper alternative. I don't know if they have, so don't quote me on that. But if I were doing that, I would have had the kit, had that for a price, and then had the digital download be a little bit less for that. But I think the stuff on that and seeing this dude do Midas touch, I told him, hey, teach me that. Could you please teach me that? And I'll never get it to the level where he has it. Obviously, he's the one that made it. But I can't imagine a better version of that effect that you could do with this. Look, right here. You could even have a nub. If you have a nub, you could probably do the trick, right? So what a fucking wonderful trick. And to see him do it in environments where it's loud and it's just a fucking tremendous. Have you seen Bigorexia documentary? Bigorexia documentary, they're big virgins. No, I haven't seen that. What is that about? Cal Laz, the man, the myth, says, hey, what's going on? I hope you've been well. Hope you've been well, Cal. All right. My dog, the one man, wrecking gang, Cal Laz, out here murdering it every time. I love seeing your Instagram pictures. It's the most wholesome stuff I've ever seen, your Instagram stuff. So it's always good to see your little updates, Cal. Midas is a monster. You really can't follow it. Peter was doing a random trick at the yeah, that's the thing about it, right? And I've seen it. I saw him throughout the 2.5 weeks that I stayed with him. He did stuff constantly, and he would do tricks that he would mess up that you would never imagine because the fuck ups are better than if he would have hit it correctly, right? So he was doing these any cards at any number where people were just dealing, right? And he's just there fucking drinking water, not giving a shit as to the deal. They stop whenever they want, and he would just nail the card each and every single time, nail the thought of card constantly. That was one thing. The Midas touch one was great to see him do in a strip club. I think the combined IQ in that strip club was maybe 30, and he did it, and then they reacted tremendously. So what a fucking crazy performer that was, or performances. That's what he did with me, the A-Can. Yeah, right? That's the part that I hate, because you assume, oh, you know what? I'm going to go 2 more just to fuck with him. You go 2 more, and that's exactly the card. No adjustments, no nothing, just there you go. goodness. I hate to give him a compliment because he is a bully, right? As you could see from that video that I posted on my channel where I'm reviewing treats, I felt like he was holding the camera and then he had a gun. Or, sorry, wait, it's England. He had a knife there to the side. So he was recording me and making me eat these terrible snacks, these terrible English snacks. Um, let's see, what's this one? A hop for me is a heart attack. Bigorexia. Let me see if that's. I'm gonna write that down. I know I wanted to do that, just because I'm always interested in documentaries. That's a fun way to piss people off. Mispronounce words, and then correct them. Bigorexia. Here's how you know I'm a magic virgin, by the way. Right? Guess the color. Guess the color. Oh, red? No, black. Why is it black? I don't know. Maybe you're not in the. You don't know. Maybe you're not part of the exclusive group that knows about these. Why would you have a red pen, right, with a black ink? What's the power in that? Could you start a religion with this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So those that are in the know, if you know why I do that, you need to probably stop doing magic and try to go outside more often. Oh my god, I think I literally got COVID from this fucking place. Right away. It's about color. Well, this one is just to be fair, it's mentalist stuff, right? So I love this little concept, and it's super simple to do. You just change the ink on it, and you could do a lot of one ahead stuff, and you could do a lot of predictions with this because if they see you writing with a red pen, right, and your prediction is in black ink, was just another further divide from when you actually wrote the prediction. So for one ahead, just literally changing the color of a pen, I think is probably one of the most powerful things that you can do because there's no connection. It's like now the prediction is in an entirely different color than the pen that you've been using in the trick. So one possibility is completely gone by just this, by just changing that. So I think that's a fucking tremendous little idea that you could take to just add so much. And just it's if you pop it out, you put it in, and you're good to go. So that's just a dumb little bit. Just what do you call this? Not tease you, just to not tease you. But beautiful stuff like that. Let me see another little bits I have here. Oh, this is one that I've been working on. This is one. I don't know. There's two things. I guess I'll say this and then I might dip just to tease it. But there are two things that I've been working on, right? Props. I'm not really a prop guy. I got really jealous seeing Mark Lemon, seeing Lloyd Barnes is another one, right? I got really fucking jealous because I wish I had the mind to just see something and come up with ideas with it. I don't have that sort of mentality. I like, coming up with stuff with card stuff and coin stuff. I have two ideas that could be manufactured. One is this, right? I don't want to say what this is, but this is something I've been working on for quite a bit of time. Very similar to something else that's out, but I think this is a little bit better because it's self-contained, right? So this is something. Let me see if I can show it one more time right here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. So that's close to a gimmick that I've ever made, right? And I think this could probably sell well. Maybe it's a little bit harder now that this sort of thing is frowned upon, but I think there's some merit in this. The other one is a coin thing, right, that I haven't seen anybody do. The problem is it involves some little finaggery that I'm not necessarily knowledgeable about, but I have to play around with the concept with it, and we'll see. But maybe I might actually make them and sell them. Who knows? And see if that's a little bit of a fun thing. But I pitched the ideas, and they weren't necessarily picked up. But I do think that there's some merit to it, at least to attempt it. Maybe make like 5 or 6 and see if they're viable and if people want them. But it's something that I haven't seen people do. I'm surprised, right? One is a coin thing and the other one is that pen thing. But the pen thing, obviously, it's had its variations, but that I think is a different take on it that I prefer to the other version. I don't want to say what it is because then it's going to be obvious. The coin thing is something that I haven't seen people do, even though they've done everything with that same thing, right, per se. But I think that there's some interesting ideas with the coin thing. I just have to make one and see if it works and see if people are interested. So how's that for little teases? Is that pen your idea? No, no, of course not. That's forever ago. I'm trying to remember who's the first person that I saw with this, but this is Ancient Chinese Secret, right? Let's see who gets that reference. But this is ancient Chinese secret in terms of who came up with this idea. There's the other one that works extremely well if you're familiar with what's his name? Short, punchy mental. He worked with Darren Brown, actor. I'm sure somebody knows. Andy Nyman. There you go. He has a wonderful one where he pretends the pen doesn't work, right? Where the pen doesn't work. But this one's old as shit, changing the inks off pen. But I think it's the best way to do one ahead. It's literally the best way to do one ahead. Finagry sounds like a racist word. Yeah, watch out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alert. 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 Watch out before a compilation is made. Fucking virgins literally sent videos of me making jokes out of context to pretty much everyone that I followed on Instagram. Could you imagine the time and effort needed? God, fucking virgins. And I'm pissed. How I should just ignore it, right? That would be my probably the best approach. Ignore the dumb retardation. But I'm sorry. I'm easily agitatable. I'm a short man. I need to compensate for my shortness with unnecessary anger, right? So fuck. Let me just take out my stress. Let me just take out my stress here. Fuck. My goodness. You know what? I hate that I met Adam Wilbur at the fucking Blackpool Magic Convention. And I didn't take a picture holding this. I didn't take this. I didn't think to do it. I just went up to him and said, hey, man, I love your work. I think you're extremely knowledgeable. I think you're one of the best magicians out there right now. And I just want to say that. And I shook his hand and I said, thank you. Right? That's all I did. What I should have done was, hey, man, can we please take a picture, both holding the most legendary item in the history of history, the fucking fiddlestick. There's another one that I have, by the way. And I have an idea for this. I don't know if it's worth it to pitch to them, but we'll see. Uh, but yeah, holy shit, is this still going? Dingleless Tingle. I got to posted that. Cups and balls are epic. Humbled he performed a full routine for my video. Yeah, but let me just take out my stress on this fiddlestick. Very rugged, very robust fiddlestick. PigCake. Use code PigCake, 10% off. But I think that's a stream. I think that was a good one. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching this lovely one. I refer you to go to the, I refer you. Shows you that I'm Cuban trash. But I urge you to go look at the Illusionist video that is on their website or on their YouTube channel, right? Nice Blackpool doco. So I suggest to check that out. I think it's a fun one. It was a fun one to do, right? I apologize for not making that longer. I kept getting handed drinks. Okay, so if you want me to produce good content for you, don't get me drunk. It's just a simple fact, right? It's a correlation. So the correlation, causation, people kept handing me liquor. I produced a shorter video, okay? Not to what I wanted to do. But I urge you to check that video out. There's going to be some other stuff. And I don't know. Let's see how else I can end this particular video. I guess this is good, right? I found this recently. V8 protein, peach strawberry. It's decent, 10 grams of protein, 1 full serving of vegetables. The sugar's not bad, not a lot of sodium. Good, decent protein, not great. 140 calories. Maybe you might want to have less calories, but for 10 grams of protein, I'm not bitching. Right? It's not bad. Doesn't taste like broccoli. So if you find that, I recommend drinking it. Apart from that, I think that's it. I don't even have advice to tail end this video.